everybody. Sean Hatzel here with Gatling and 12. I want to film a quick video for everybody live. As if you're scrolling through your feed here, I'm going to talk about 4 simple steps that you can use to skyrocket your growth hormone up to 771%. And a 12-minute metabolic trick that you can use when you wake up or before going to bed that can actually burn more fat and calories in 12 short minutes than an entire hour of traditional low-intensity cardio when it's performed properly. And it's specifically designed for people over 35 years old. So if you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, pay close attention because I'm going to give you 4 simple steps to skyrocket your youth hormones and burn more stubborn belly fat. Now, if you're scrolling through your feed and you see this, you're not familiar with me and you don't know who I am. My name is Sean Hatzel. I'm a stubborn fat expert and the owner of Gatling and 12. I've been in the health and fitness industry over 20 years. And I'm also a 45-year-old grandpa to 3 beautiful grandkids. And I am married to my beautiful wife, and her and I have been fortunate enough to help over 100,000 people across the globe in the last 5 years alone. So I don't share this to impress you, just to impress upon you that you can trust the 4 steps that I'm about ready to give you to skyrocket your growth hormone, along with the 12-minute metabolic trick that can elevate growth hormone up to 771%. And this is published in research in scientific journals. So the first thing to do to skyrocket growth hormone is to eat protein and carbs about 2 to 3 hours before bed, because this will regulate your cortisol cycle. When you combine carbs and protein together about 2 to 3 hours before bed, you spike insulin temporarily. This blunts cortisol, that's your belly fat hormone. And when this happens, it regulates melatonin so that 2 to 3 hours after your last meal of the night, you can fall into a deep sleep and release more growth hormone. Also, by strategically waiting 2 to 3 hours after that carb and protein-based meal, this allows insulin to stabilize before you hit the hay. And this will allow your body to release more growth hormone as well, because insulin has been shown to be the antagonist to growth hormones. You want to let it stabilize after the meal before you go to sleep. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is to decrease your feeding window to 8 to 12 hours a day. So people who fast 12 to 16 hours a few days of the week have higher growth hormone levels. So this is very easy to do. If your last meal is at 7 p.m., the next day you wouldn't eat until 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. And it just depends on your metabolism. But studies and research show that people who fast at least 12 hours a day lose more weight and have higher growth hormone levels. The third thing to do is to stop doing excessive amounts of cardio and stop doing crunches and sit-ups. Excessive amounts of cardio, all it does is ends up killing your growth hormone levels. There are 4 published studies showing how bad it is for you if you're over 35 years old and you do too much of it. So strategic short bursts of exercise are much more effective, and I'm going to tell you about those movement patterns in just a second. But the 4 studies are published on my website, which is a link is somewhere around this video, or I'll post it below in the comments, where you can see these 4 published studies showing that excessive amounts of cardio shuts down your body's #1 fat burning gland, your thyroid. It also increases your belly fat hormone, cortisol, which is linked to cancer and visceral belly fat, the most dangerous kind of fat. It also increases your cravings and hunger. So research shows people who do excessive amounts of cardio eat 100 more calories afterwards than they burned off. So it makes it impossible for you to lose belly fat because you're not keeping your body in a fat burning calorie deficit. The 4th and final study shows that traditional steady state cardio done in excessive amounts actually increases free radicals that make you look older and age your body faster. The second thing you need to do with exercise is stop doing sit-ups and crunches. Men's Health published an article that it takes over 22,000 crunches just to burn a pound of belly fat. And Dr. Stuart McGill, who is one of the world's top back experts, actually talks about how crunches and sit-ups place excessive amounts of load on the spine and can lead to herniated disc. Not to mention, when you're doing crunches and sit-ups, you're working mostly hip flexors, so it can actually make your waistline look thicker. Instead, you need to do number 4, which is perform metabolic bursting movements that are specifically designed to help people over 35 years old reactivate growth hormone up to 771%. This is called EIGR, Exercise-Induced Growth Hormone Response. And when you click the link around this video or below in the comment section, you go over to our website where you'll learn all about this 12-minute metabolic secret, how I have personally used this to help me maintain 6-pack abs for the last 10 years straight. You'll see picture proof of that. And then you'll also see the real-life inspiring story about my wife, Karen, and how her cancer journey forced her into early menopause. And this 12-minute metabolic trick was a catalyst to helping her get rid of her menopause belly and lose 18 pounds of belly fat. So if you got something out of this, make sure you like it, make sure you share it, and then thanks for watching this, and we'll see you on the other side.